Hi everyone, I'm Rex Moore, and in honor of Worldwide Invest Better Day, we're recapping the 13 steps you can take today to become a better, more foolish investor. Up right now is step number 5, and it's called Avoid the Biggest Mistake Investors Make. Now, another name I have for this is How to Avoid a $10 Billion Mistake, and I'll tell you why in a second. First, we fools are investors, not speculators. We're buy to hold, we're business focused, we have a long time horizon. The biggest mistake you can make as an investor is focusing on all this short-term noise and not keeping a level head. In other words, it's all about timeline and temperament. Now, for timeline, we usually say that we buy with a minimum holding period of about 3 to 5 years. 5 is better. And yeah, things don't always work out like we plan. Management changes, businesses are disrupted as technologies change, and so on. But the key is to buy with the intention of holding for 5 years or more. But how does the patient and long-term focused investor get by in such a short-term world? Well, that brings us to temperament. Sure, when you buy a stock, you should have done enough research and have enough confidence in the business that you could take a 5-year Martian vacation and know things will be okay when you get back. But there's more to it than that. Keep calm while everyone else is falling apart around you. This is Warren Buffett's #1 reason most folks can't duplicate his success. It's temperament. Not IQ, not a fancy education or a fancy Wall Street office, but temperament. If your stock's down 25%, 50%, you may see a lot of rats fleeing the ship. And maybe you should too, but maybe you should hold on or even back up the truck and buy more. If you look back at history and study how investing fortunes were made, you'll find it wasn't by jumping in and out of stocks based on fear and greed, but by buying great businesses and investing in them over the long haul. Now, here's what you can do to hop off the emotional roller coaster and develop a Warren Buffett temperament as opposed to a screaming talking head on TV or a day trader. 6 easy things. First, memorize this. I am an investor. I am not a speculator. As such, buy stock only in solid businesses. Don't try to time the market. Focus on the value of the business and don't fixate on the day-to-day movements in stock prices. Buy with the intention of holding at least 5 years. And resist the urge to act. Tend toward inaction. Think more. That helps cut down on one of the biggest downfalls of the short-term folks, and that is excessive trading costs. Oh, and that $10 billion mistake I talked about earlier, it was made by none other than Warren Buffett himself. In the 1980s, he was ready to buy more shares of Walmart, but the stock price ticked up 1/8 of a point, and he never pulled the trigger. He says it cost him $10 billion in potential profits over time. And this from a guy who's famously said, success in investing doesn't correlate with IQ. What you need is the temperament to control the urges that get other people in trouble with investing. He'd done the research, he was as confident as he could be that it was a long-term winner, and he knew that 12 or 13 cents in the stock price should not have been a factor, but his emotions got the best of him on that day. So one of the few times that we'll say, don't be like Warren, at least on that day, but great lessons emerge from that for investors. That's all for step number 5. Make sure you check out the other 12 steps we've done on our Worldwide Invest Better Day homepage. Thanks a lot, and fool on.